The topic of this presentation is the lottery of the future, presented by June Umali and narrated by Roscoe Umali. The business objective is to create an offshore lottery operation that will be innovative, more cost-effective, highly profitable, and simply better than the existing models. In order to project the future, we must first learn and understand the past. The lottery has been around since the beginning of recorded history. Last year, the biggest prize pool of any lottery in the world, totaling over 2 billion euros or $2.8 billion, was won in Spain. In March of this year, $370 million was won in the MegaMillions lottery and is now the largest U.S. jackpot ever. The total 2006 revenues derived from the gaming industry breaks down as follows. The casino total was $96.1 billion, and the lottery total was $200 billion. As you can see, the lottery revenues overseas more than doubled that of the U.S. In the U.S., Powerball and MegaMillions are available and operate in 47 states. Let's take a look at the MegaMillions lottery and examine where the money goes. 50% of the revenues go back to the winners. 35% go back to the public to support government projects. 15% go back to quote-unquote operating costs. The lottery operations overseas, although different from one another, mostly do not deduct taxes from their jackpots, unlike their U.S. counterparts. The Spanish Christmas lottery El Gordo, or the Fat One, is the biggest lottery in the world and also the oldest, having started in 1812. El Gordo has the biggest prize pool of any lottery in the world. The odds of winning the El Gordo this year could reach 1 in over 28 million, based on their projection that the jackpot could reach $4 billion at the cost of $200 per lottery number. These consist of 10 tickets that can also be purchased separately at $20 each. However, if the tickets are purchased individually, the odds will increase to 1 in 285,714,286 to win. These are the odds of winning the German state lottery. China has two lotteries, namely the Sports Lottery and the China Welfare Lottery. As seen here, the China Welfare Lottery alone had a total sales of $105.4 billion last year. India has a weekly jackpot with the old Super Lotto 649 system. Now let's look at the odds of winning in the U.S. lotteries. The Super Lotto currently runs the 5 balls to draw from 47 balls, plus 1 mega ball drawn from 27 balls, with odds of 1 in 41,416,353. The jackpot starts at $7 million. The odds of winning the Powerball is 1 in 146,107,962. 5 balls to pick from 55 balls and 1 Powerball from 42 balls. The jackpot starts at $15 million. The odds of winning the MegaMillions are slightly higher than the Powerball, which is at 1 in 175,711,536. There are also 5 balls to pick from 56 balls and 1 mega ball from 46 balls. The jackpot starts at $12 million. To calculate the lottery odds, let's take the MegaMillions as our example model. This is a two-part equation. The probability of matching all 5 balls and the mega ball is obtained by multiplying the probability of matching the 5 balls by the probability of matching the mega ball. These are unrelated or independent procedures. The outcome on the mega ball has nothing to do with the 5 balls outcome or vice versa. The probability of matching the mega ball is simple. There is 1 correct match and 46 possible outcomes, making the probability 1 of 46 or 0.02173913. To get the probability of winning the jackpot, multiply the probability of matching the mega ball which is 0.02173913, by 0.00000026179, the probability of matching all 5 balls, which works out to 0.0000000056911. Converting the decimal into whole numbers, 1 divided by 0.0000000056911, the odds will be 1 in 175,711,536 to win. After looking at the different lottery systems, the following will be the criteria of our business model. The cost of LOTF's lottery ticket will be $1. The starting jackpot will be set at $20 million, but could easily reach more than $1 billion because it will be drawn 3 times a week, which is 50 drawings more. There will be 5 balls to pick from 57 balls, plus 1 gigaball from 47 balls. The odds to win is 1 in 196,793,982. To better understand these odds, here are some simple anecdotes. In summary, if LOTF's wagers odds to win is 1 in 196,793,982, this is also the reciprocal or direct opposite of LOTF's odds to lose. The higher the wager's odds to win is inversely proportional or opposite of the lottery operator's odds to lose. As owner-operator and not as administrators for state or country lotteries, we can appropriate our earnings and charitable allotments in the following manner. 50% of every dollar wagered goes back to the wagers as prizes. 25% of all ticket sales go to support the afflicted and to alleviate the plights of the poor and disenfranchised and victims of natural calamities around the world. We will provide monetary aid to global issues concerning environment, education, health, and welfare. Approximately 25% goes back to LOTF for lottery operating costs and expenses. In order to get an idea how wagers fared well in the lottery drawings, let's look at the drawings. Powerball in 12 months conducted 106 drawings. There were 12 winners for an 11.32% wagers win percentile. MegaMillions in 12 months also conducted 106 drawings. There were 13 winners for a 12.26 wagers win percentile. With an odds of 1 in 196,793,982, the projected winners in 156 drawings is 16 wins, which is equivalent to a 10.26% wagers win percentile. In all probabilities in these 3 models, the wagers win percentile will not exceed 15% due to these odds. In projecting to capture just 1% of the total lottery revenues of $200 billion, LOTF will gain a more decent rate of return. U.S. sales were $57.4 billion in 2006, and once the operating costs were factored in, the rate of return was 42.40%. Lottery sales overseas was $142.6 billion, with a relatively close 42.86% rate of return. With an initial startup capital of $20 million and standby reserve of $20 million, our projected rate of returns will be 590% or 1,180%. The most notable businessman to exemplify our business model would be Sheldon Adelson. He entered the casino business with virtually no knowledge or experience in 1995. In just 3 years, he changed the way casinos in Vegas and overseas operated their businesses. By making a small adjustment in the existing casino model, he became the 6th richest man in the world, according to Forbes' latest ranking. In emulating his formula in Vegas, wherein his initial capital was $1.63 billion, we are applying the same principles and philosophy in the lottery business, but with a much lower startup and working capital of just $20 million and a standby reserve of $20 million. The initial capital will be recouped in just the fifth to the sixth month of operation as projected, because the casino business will break the $200 billion revenues it generated last year by at least 10% this year and the forthcoming years. After 3 years, the projected total net income will be about $1.8 billion. Repayment of the short term note of $20 to $40 million with 30% interest can be paid up within 1 year. This concludes the first of two parts of this presentation. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity, and we hope to hear from you soon.